cool. So in do, the stuff we talked about was mostly, adding a chorus. That was the biggest thing that we talked about doing. So we're normally going, what is it? I'm writing out my own chorus. During the verse, it's like what are the chords to the? Oh, right, the fifth is. My bad. So things we were talking about with that is just you can do that F, and then there's your same thing there. And then there's that F major 7, and then there's that major 7, and that's the one you can move around. So that's the same thing as our just going like that. So maybe just pause the video and think about just learn that shape really quick. The F major is this one. Cool. Having done that, the stuff we talked about was, pretty much it just goes first section, second section, and I think that the end of the second section, maybe you just stay on the F minor tablet, and then we've got a chorus, or how it's twice as long. Let's see. And the chorus is like, yeah, so whatever. It was like, can you play me the verse part and then the second part really quick one time? Thanks. And then what happens after that again? Oh, right, B flat. Go right to and then it's right like that, or is it or E flat minor? E flat minor? Yeah, okay, so sorry, just play me the chorus one time, you don't have to sing. Doing longer changes the first time. I was doing like or it could just be like, just straight to that. So that was our chorus idea, A flat, and we talked about, landmarks like just G and C, A and D, B and E. So here's the thing. Why don't you pause right now, do some stuff on the first song, thinking about this structure stuff we just did, and then give yourself a geography test. Section 1 is just these 4 dots, and the key step is where you do them out of order, and then after you feel like you're getting 100 every time on that 4 dot quiz, just add those other 2. Let me just get my next student to chill out with that stuff. Hey, how's it going? I'm just finishing up my video for students. I'll be a couple minutes. Okay, thanks. So back to real life. So it's like one of the things I'm always telling people is think about it backwards. Think about C, G, D, A. That's a good way to trick yourself into actually knowing it. But regardless, like the most important thing is just don't overthink it. Just make it like, the thing I said was like walking into a room, meeting 6 people. This is the country guitar. This is the city G. Not thinking about stuff like this is A, so I'll know this is B. So yeah, you're giving yourself a geography test on 6 dots, and like totally actually do them out of order because I'm gonna ask you to do this stuff next time. And the only other theory concept that we talked about is relative major, relative minor. Back to do. It starts with F minor. It's in that key, so here's F minor right there, and then we chose a flat major. That's this thing right there that I wrote on the page a whole bunch. What did I wrote? I wrote like F sharp minor, A flat major, Then I wrote like E minor, G major, A minor, C major. So what does this mean for us? It just means that like if you're playing a song in F minor, you can A flat major is going to sound like a chord that really works. If you're playing a song in A minor, C major is a song. So that's why it sounded like all kinds of right when we went to the chorus. Also, that's exactly what you're doing in the second song. It starts with, and then we got, that's the exact same thing. So you're already doing that in another song. So that's something worth noticing is that Paper Planes goes, you know, it's one section in that, and then one section in that. So there's an example right there. We got F sharp minor being the same as A, the same notes, relative major, relative minor. That's fancy words for it, but mostly it's like I'm saying, it's just like that's a good chord to guess when you're writing, other than the stuff you normally do. And so what did we say about that song? The intro, where does it go? That's kind of this thing you're doing. Does it go either, you know, what I wrote down on the bottom of the page was that the form idea we had was maybe the intro, verse, chorus, and I really like the chorus straight away, you know, like right when you were finishing the last line, however it went, straight to it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Cool. And then the intro might go there instead of there. The song might just start like, or however you're doing that, and then hit them with the intro right there, then verse 2, then chorus 2, and if that's where you hear the song, my idea was just keep playing the chorus chords on the way out. And we also talked about using lower chords for the chorus at some point, like and it's like there's this F sharp minor where we're going like, that's something that only works for this chord, moves to other frets, we get string problems, and then you could do D with the first string open, so they all have this. Or that can just be the outro. It can be something that happens one time, but that's the thing to think about. We want a song that has ups and downs. When you come back to the verse in these songs, you want to feel like you got back to the pocket, like people say. It's like, you know, we were like being really loud and stuff. And it's like, you know, that like right there dynamic, so back into the pocket. Cool, so here's that stuff, and I believe kind of everything we talked about. Yeah, it is. Good stuff.